There's 3 different types of personalities. What type of personality do you have? And could it be affecting your income? That's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, this is Paul Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. So the question is, as far as what type of personality do you have? But let me tell you how it all got started. So I was talking to a good friend of mine last week that he just recently started a new job as an internet director, and he's like, calls me and goes, Paul, I just can't take it. I'm going to quit. I can't stand it. I'm out of here. And I was like, what are you talking about? You've only been there for a week. And he's like, I'm just frustrated. I'm like, frustrated about what? He goes, the dealer doesn't get it. The dealer's all over me about, we need more traffic. We need more leads. We need more social media likes. We need. And he said, I'm tired of this. We need. And I was like, well, what's wrong with that? Yeah, you need more. And he goes, the problem is we don't have the process. We don't have things in place to be able to do this. And I was like, give me some examples. You know how I like numbers. He said, oh, yeah, I've got some numbers for you. Here it is. He said, last month we had 347 phone calls that went unanswered. I was like, ooh, that's pretty scary. He said, we had 81% of our leads that came in last month that went longer than an hour before they received a response. I was like, ooh, that sucks. He said, 99% of the people that purchased a car in the last 12 months have yet to receive a real-life follow-up. And I was like, yeah, you've got some problems. I can understand. So the point is, as far as personalities, what are the different types of personalities that cause this? So my question to you is, what type of personality do you have? What type of personality does your dealer principal, your general manager, your sales manager, internet director, what type of personalities do you have? Because the first part of success and a successful marketing plan is having process. You have to have process in place. So let's take a quick little quiz and let's really figure out what type of personality do you have. Because once you do acknowledge this, what can happen is those 347 unanswered phone calls can become 347 opportunities. So are you ready? Wait, before we get started though, yeah, you guessed it, we're going to break to a commercial, but while we're on the commercial, I want you to share this video, like this video, and the biggest thing I really want you to do is put comments in the box below and tell us some of the things that you would like us to cover in an upcoming Think Tank. So here it is. All right, so we're back. So back to the point as far as the 347 unanswered phone calls, the 99% of people that weren't followed up by a real person. I guess the question is, do you know somebody like this? But let's talk about the different types of personalities. The first personality I like to call is the Maverick Personality. We all know the Maverick. The Maverick person is like, hey, let's jump in, both feet first. Let's just do it. Let's ask for forgiveness later. That's the type of personality. It's like, let's spend the money. Let's drive traffic to our website. Let's drive traffic to our dealership. And then we'll figure out what the hell we're going to do after that. If people start filling in lead forms, people start calling and all that. But the problem is people start filling in the lead forms and you don't have a process to make sure that you answer that lead in less than 5 minutes. 1 hour or more, not good enough. If somebody walked on the lot, would you make them walk around for an hour? And not only that, the response time, 5 minutes, guess what? They're right there by the computer, right by the phone. You can do what you really want to do. Get them in the dealership. So the Maverick personality is the one that just wants to jump in, spend the money, and drive the traffic. There's a lot of personalities like that. I mean, a lot of people are like that. And really, the reason is because that's the easiest thing to do is to stroke a check and say, all right, let's bring it in. We'll handle it when it comes in. You can't do that in today's marketing strategy. That is a marketing strategy or a personality that's back from years back. In other words, you do the direct mail and they walk into the dealership. See, the problem is today you do this strategy and let's say you drive 27,000 unique visits to your website, but you're only generating as far as 200, 300, 400, 500, whatever the leads are. It's not enough. You've got to build process. So you do need the Maverick. So we're going to take the Maverick and we're going to set him right here. The next personality that we have that I like to call is the Procrastinator. So the Procrastinator is the one that acknowledges, yeah, we need more traffic. Yeah, there's no doubt. But we need to have process first. So let's get the process. And you're like, okay, great. So let's get the process. Let's go. Let's do that. And then it's like, are you ready? No, we're not ready for the process yet. Okay. And then you get further down the road, and you guess what? You are further and further and further behind. So the procrastinator, as long as that procrastinator is a good person with process that can lay out that process. So they have the process. Now if we take the procrastinator and tie them with the Maverick, now we've got the traffic and we've got the process. So that's a beautiful thing. The third type of personality is the one that doesn't like change, that they can't stand change. So what do? Well, let's run some radio, TV, and newspaper and hope something changes. Like maybe people start really reading the newspaper and we get more traffic off of that. And it's like, okay, you sure you want to do that? Yep. And then the next month, let's run radio, TV, and newspaper and see if something changes. And then they go on, and it's like year 2, year 3. And by the way, my friend, he was at a dealership like that before, and he left. So no one sees light at the end of the tunnel, and they're kind of tied in with the procrastinator, except the procrastinator's kind of thinking change is okay. So what's the solution? What's the strategy? Well, we've got the Maverick over here, we've got the procrastinator over here, and then we've got the guy that doesn't like change. So what I want you to do is acknowledge what type of personality you have. And I want you to find other individuals in your work environment that's a Maverick, the procrastinator, and then the one that doesn't like change. And you want to work together on your process of your marketing strategy. But what I mean when I'm saying your marketing strategy, I don't mean that's going out and buying more search and more retargeting and more third-party leads and getting a different website. It's about creating a process internally. I want you to look at everything that happens in your business. So if somebody, as far as a lead comes in, what is that process? Who answers it? How long does it take them to answer it? And you need to set expectations. If you want that lead answered in, let's say, 15 minutes, you need to tell them that it needs to be answered in 5 minutes. So you need to go through every single contact point. Same thing, phone calls. Where are the phone calls coming? Are they just going to the sales floor and it's a free-for-all and you don't have any control? If that's the case, you're probably that dealership that has the 347 phone calls that's unanswered. So you need to build all of these processes, and you need to take these 3 individuals, and the one guy that's like, what's radio, TV, and newspaper, he's going to be the note taker. Is what he's going to do. And then the other 2 individuals are the ones that are going to talk about the process and what's going on. And I don't mean that as an insult as far as the third guy or a gal or whatever being a note taker. I mean that because this can be an opportunity to open up their mind and expand and for them to see the vision of what's going on. And again, you want to go through every contact point that you have in your dealership. In other words, contact point meaning that a prospective client can come in contact with your dealership. And what is the process that they're going to go through? You need to know exactly who does it, when they do it, where they do it, where that information goes, and then what do you do after the information? Because after somebody purchases a car, you still need to have a process. Don't depend on as far as, we do these automated emails, we do this, we got this third-party company. You might think you know it, but you need to go through and understand it completely and look for more opportunities, because after they purchase a car, that's what? That's an upsell opportunity. So I hope this helps you, but the biggest thing you got to do is understand your personality and find other people that will complement your personality and understand everything that happens and how can we improve on it. Because if you're the type of dealership that has 347 unanswered phone calls, 99% of your customers are not being contacted 1 year after they purchase, and so on and so forth, or if you're the type of individual that you don't even know those figures, then you've got some work to do. You need to dig in and you need to find out, because trust me, the economy's not bad. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. It's just whether or not you're willing to change and try something different. That's this week's tip. And by all means, would you share this and comment and tell us how we can help you? See you next week.
Thanks for watching Think Tank Tuesday. Tune in next week for more digital marketing tips from Potrats. To download this podcast or watch previous episodes, search for Think Tank Tuesday on iTunes or visit us online at ppadv.com.